Good day, seniors. This video lesson will be having the standard form of the circle. A circle is a locus of a point that moves such that its distance from a fixed point is constant. The fixed point is called the center, and the constant distance is called the radius. Now, you know about this already, that this is the center, the point in the middle, and the distance from this point to any point on the circle is the radius. Now let's have this point xy be point P to be the representative of all those points. You know that the distance from the center is always the radius. So therefore, the length of segment PC is actually the radius. Now, we can get the exact, we can quantify segment PC because we have the coordinates. So that's what we do in analytic geometry, using the coordinates. So we can use the distance formula. So you have x minus h squared, y minus k squared. The distance formula is equal to r. Now we simply square both sides. So when we do that, when we square both sides, this square root will just become x minus h squared, y minus k squared. The square root will be gone, and the right side is, of course, will be squared, r squared. Now, this is the standard form of the circle, the standard form of the equation of the circle, wherein, don't forget, the center is hk, and the radius is r. And that's it. Don't forget the form. Now, let's have the first problem. Find the equation of the circle in general form. Now you see there's another highlighted term there, general form. But let's go through the standard form first. Of course, the standard form. We locate the center. Of course, the center is the point exactly in the middle of the figure. And I think this is it. It's exact. So we have the center. Okay, the center is exactly at the point 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's the point 2, negative 3. So that's our hk. And the radius, I think we can measure it from the center. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's 4. So the radius is 4. So using the standard form, let's copy paste that standard form in here. See? Okay, so h is 2, so therefore x minus 2 squared plus y minus k, our k is negative 3. So this will become minus negative 3 or y plus 3 squared equals r squared, and r is 4, so this must be 16. So there. Now, let me erase the standard form first. We are asked the general form. What we have is the standard form. So this is the standard form. We are asked the general form, or simply abbreviated GF. It simply is just like the general form of the equation of the line. All the terms should be in the left side, and the right side is 0. So just expand. We have x squared minus 4x plus 4. It's expanding the binomial. Now y plus 3 squared is y squared plus 6y plus 9. Now, the right side must be 0, so that this 16 here on the right side, let's subtract 16 both sides. That will be minus 6, 0. So all we need to do is arrange this in its proper order. Let's start with the squared terms first, x squared, and then y squared. So we have taken care of these two. Then the term with the variable, so we have minus 4x. And then the y term. The x should come first, in alphabetical order. Now, for this now, what are left are now constants. You have 4 here, 9 and minus 16. So just simplify that. You have 4 plus 9, that's 13, minus 16. That would be a minus 3 equals 0. Now this is the general form. So the general form, all the terms are in the left side, the right side is 0. And that's it. Now let's get to the next one. Now, the question is, what is the center and the radius of the circle? X squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 8y minus 15 equals 0. Now, obviously, what we're given is in general form. So meaning, we have to convert this into the standard form. In the previous problem, what we have is the standard form first and then the general form. So this is exactly the opposite. We have the general form, we have to convert this to the standard form so we can see the center, HK, and the radius. So, just the first thing to do is copy all the group all the term with the same variable x, leave a space, then plus, same thing with the variable y squared, then 8y. As you can see, I'm leaving a space in both, and then the lone constant should be transposed to the right. So we have a positive 15 here. Now what we do is we will complete the square. So let me write that. That's the method that we should do here. Complete the square in each group. So here x squared minus 6x, what should we add to make this a perfect square? You get the middle term, divide it by 2, and you square the result. You have negative 6 divided by 2, that's negative 3 square, that's a plus 9. Now we added a 9 here, it's no longer equal. What we do in the left side, we do to the right side too. So we should also add 9 here, right? Now, let's complete the square in the next group. The middle term is 8, divided by 2, you got 4. You get 4. Then square, 4 squared, that is 16. So that's also what should we add in here. All we need to do is factor this out. This is now a perfect square. So you have x minus 3 squared plus, this would be y, square root y squared. Square root of 16 is 4, so plus 4 squared. And just combine the right side. 15 plus 9 plus 16 is 40. So this is now in the form, standard form, x minus h squared, y minus k squared equals r squared. So the center, to answer the question, the center of the circle is minus 3 minus h must be 3. Now here, minus k, y plus 4, y minus k, y plus 4. So k must be negative 4. So if you check, minus k minus negative 4 will be plus 4. So the center. Now, r squared is 40. So the radius is of course the square root. And square root of 40, simplify, we know that 40 is 4 times 10, that would be 2 square root of 10. So this is the radius and the center of that circle, which is given to us in general form. Now let's have the last one. Find the center and the radius of the circle. 9x squared plus 9y squared plus 6x minus 18y minus 17 is 0. Now, this is a circle too. Even though x squared and y squared have coefficients, we know we can divide everything by 9. But let's do the same process we did in the earlier problem, the previous problem. Let's group the terms with x, group the terms with y, then constant to the right. So this is the only constant, move it to the right, it's a positive 17. Now, obviously the next step is we will complete the square, but it will be hard because we have coefficients for our x squared and y squared. So what we do is to factor those out, so 9 out, there will be x squared plus, that will be 6 over 9, so let's just simplify that into 2 over 3x. So same thing with the 9 as coefficient y, factor out. Now 9 out, so we'll be left with just y squared Then 18 divided by 9 is minus 2y. Now we will now complete the square. Or we can divide everything by 9 first. So dividing by 9, dividing by 9, dividing by 9, dividing by 9. So this would cancel out, of course. So we'll be left with x squared plus 2/3 x. And then a space, because we will complete the square later. We have y squared minus 2y. Then leave a space, and the right side is now 17/9. Now, what should we add here? Remember the middle term, 2/3. So 2/3, the middle term, divide this by 2. And square the result. That's what we should put in here. So 2/3 divided by 2 is obviously 1/3. Square, it's be 1/9. So this is 1/9. So we should add also 1/9 in this side, so that the equality is not changed. Now, this is an easy one, it's not a fraction. So negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. When we square, it's a plus 1. So we should also add 1 here. This is now a perfect square. You have x plus square root of 1/9 is 1/3 squared. And square root of y squared is obviously y. That's 1. The middle term is negative, so this is a minus, and then square. The right side, it's easy to combine because 17/9 plus 1/9 is 18/9, which is exactly 2. Plus 1, it's 3. So we have the standard form of the circle. Obviously, the center, let's write it in white. The center is at the point negative 1/3. So remember, x minus h, y minus k. So y minus k, then x minus h. So as a guide. So h is negative 1/3 and k is 1. And the radius of the circle is, this is r squared. We have to get the square root. So r is square root of 3. So these are the center, coordinates of the center and the radius of this given circle. So that's it. We'll continue from this, guys. Good day.